Powered by Riverside FM.
Kwesi Adofo Mensah, it is time for you to get the draft right. Anybody that has watched this podcast knows that I am a big-time fan of Kwesi. Kwesi has been cooking. Kwesi has been the chef. Kwesi has been the man, except in one department. And the one department has been the draft. It is his glaring weakness. It is his glaring weakness. And I don't like the fact that Kwesi has not gotten his contract yet. I don't like the fact that he's not signed, sealed, and delivered. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Ask yourself, I said it in previous podcasts, what would make the Wilfs not lock up Kwesi Adofo Mensah, especially now that they have KOC locked up, especially now that they have their future franchise quarterback in J.J. McCarthy? Doesn't it seem like everything is going pretty well? They're just coming off a stellar free agency period, the second in a row, orchestrated by the cook, Kwesi Adofo Mensah. So what is up with the contract? What is the deal with the contract? I've always been on the side of it's going to get done. And I still believe that Kwesi Adofo Mensah's contract is going to get done. I'm just wondering why it hasn't been done yet. Is it the financials? I mean, it very well could be. Maybe they're just apart. Kwesi may think that he's worth a little bit more than maybe what the Wilfs want to pay him. It could be a bunch of anything, but I just have a feeling that it just has something to do with the draft. And I think the Wilfs want to see progress in that area. My only pushback on the Wilfs, if that is the case, is how do you evaluate the draft in the near present? Like you've got to wait a couple of years. Is it how he navigates it, what he does, who he drafts in the first round? Does he trade back for more picks? I mean, I just think Kwesi Adofo Mensah has proven a lot, and you have to look at the foundation of this thing, man. You have to keep the three-headed dragons together. You got the general manager in Kwesi. You got the offensive mind in KOC. And then you have B-Flow, the mad scientist on the defensive side of the ball, who each year keeps adding to the weapons on the defensive side of the ball. You've got everything going well. And so you want to have the person that's allowing KOC to have that flexibility in terms of the quarterback that he wants, and also allowing B-Flow to have some input, so to speak, on who he brings in personnel-wise on the defense side of the ball. Kwesi is the key. And I have to admit that I'm a little bit nervous, UP Nation, because I can't think of a really good reason why this thing isn't done yet. Do I think it's going to get done? Yes, I think it's going to get done. But I would like to be a fly on the wall and be in some of these meetings. And the Wilfs are saying we're making progress, and Kwesi saying that the talk is positive. I get it. But there's got to be a fly in the ointment. There's got to be something that is hanging this thing up. I actually think the amount of time that it took KOC to get his stuff done, I think that pissed KOC off a little bit. I'm not saying he was mad or he was a disgruntled employee or anything like that. KOC is going to work. That's the type of ethics and morals that this guy has, but I think it ate at him a little bit. You could see it at times when he was asked the question during his interviews. It ate at him a little bit. And maybe this is the way the Wilfs negotiates. Maybe if you look through their business ventures, that they are the same way when it comes to some of that stuff. It's just, I can't explain it. It's just a little unnerving on why this isn't done. Has Kwesi been perfect? Man, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That 2022 draft class, man, that just wasn't good. You can't miss and whiff on the amount of players. I mean, the Lewis Cine debacle. I mean, you just can't miss on the amount of players that we've missed on in terms of the draft. And that's directly related to Kwesi. That is on his watch. But I think he's done exceptionally well in other areas. Just look at the way the Justin Jefferson contract was handled, UP Nation. And look at the way the Minnesota Bengals, not the Minnesota Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, handled their wide receiver situation with Jamar Chase. I mean, the negotiation with Justin Jefferson was absolutely classy. There seemed to be no waves. There seemed to be no drama. In part, Justin Jefferson is not a diva, but also in part, Kwesi Adofo Mensah had a bit to do with that as well, with his demeanor. So it was a contract where, if anywhere else, probably would have went south a little bit. We've seen that in various years in the NFL. It happens all the time, UP Nation. Just didn't happen with Justin Jefferson. Kwesi Adofo Mensah, on his watch, you could argue that last year, and I've said it multiple times, and I'm not afraid to say it, because no one has given me an example of a free agency class like the one that Kwesi brought in last year that impacted a team more than that draft class did last year. Kwesi Adofo Mensah did that. It is the best, and I say it without hesitation. It is the best free agency class in the history of the NFL, bar none. It's not even close. And now you build on that with an excellent free agency class this year. On paper, these guys haven't had the opportunity to go out on the field and perform. I understand that. Only time will tell how good this free agency class will be, and I don't think they're done. Hint, hint, Asante Samuel will possibly be a Viking as well. So they're not done making moves in terms of the personnel, but just dealing with the free agency class again this year, I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. Why isn't Kwesi's contract getting done? It's going to be the question that's going to be asked until the Wilfs get it done. Until they can get to the table, the Wilfs and Kwesi, and make something happen. I just don't understand why it hasn't gotten done yet. Sometimes things take a little while, but I just have to admit that something is going on behind the scenes. I don't know how major it is. I just have a feeling that there's more to the story of that contract not getting done than we know about. And it just makes me a little bit nervous, UP Nation. Put your thoughts in the comments. Why isn't Kwesi's contract getting done? Help me out, UP Nation. Enlighten me. Enlighten me, because I just don't understand it, why it hasn't gotten done yet. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Please consider becoming a member. Those that become a member over the next month or so before the draft, you will be entered into a contest to win a Minnesota Vikings Winter Warrior jersey. And as always, UP Nation, we will see ya when we see ya.